because we have not yet started in US. We just acquired 54-acre landed property, but we've not started construction, so we're not yet selling houses in the US yet. But we're already making money from property brokerage. We're making money in the UK from property brokerage, even though majority of our staff strength is in Nigeria. And we have brokers in Nigeria who are making FX because they helped us to sell a property in Dubai. And they're getting commission in dollars and dirhams. So you need to think global and stop thinking local. How do I begin to attract? That the freeze that you see go to small thing, don't go UK. Where they serve now UK. You think it's because that's so you like UK.
Stray bullet.
No, it's not like you like UK like that. But he can quickly go and get his pounds. Move back to Nigeria, follow you to play all this, we are for the poor, and then rush back again. but honestly, people have to begin to think, how do I earn globally? I love what our tech guys are doing. A lot of our programmers now are earning in FX. A lot of our freelancers, graphic designers, video editors, media guys are earning in FX now. They've put their price point in FX. I myself, aside, all our real estate is now priced in dollars. Even the one you are buying in Nigeria. Even though you can pay in Naira, but it's pegged at dollar. So if tomorrow they increase the dollar, Naira drops again, your balance is in dollars. So you multiply by the new Naira version and pay. My books are now in dollars. My coaching programs are now in dollars. You can pay in Naira, but the pricing is in dollars. So these are some of the things people have to start thinking of. Another thing that I think you want to do at this point depends on what type of business you're doing. I always say tough times don't last, tough people do. And the concept of entrepreneurship is actually reinventing yourself and always being flexible and adaptable. Look at what's happening with Twitter. Some career CEOs have been on Twitter for how many years? They didn't make a single profit. Elon Musk, Baba that knows the numbers and now changed his work, came in and said, you know what, $20 you get verified. All this way, Twitter has over 233 million active users. They have less than 1 million verified guys. Elon says, I will give all $20 per month. You have it. Today now, you notice people like to complain too much on Twitter. He said, continue to complain. It's just $8 per complaint.
And if you insult somebody, it's $8. Oh, Elon wrote the book.
So you have to start thinking monetization. A lot of us have value that we just give it for free. There used to be a time that the freeze was on Cool FM and we motivate everybody for free. Today now, it charges. So think of monetization. No, honestly, because sometimes even people don't understand the science and the money part to what you do. People don't understand. They just think you like to be controversial. They don't understand that is how the monetization goes, right? So that's how the numbers go. So people have to reinvent themselves. They have to begin to think monetization. All this Father Christmas we do a lot in Nigeria. You enter a bus, you didn't plan to see your cousin. That's a waste. Party up and down. I should be today. My wedding, there was no, and I saw that the free zone. There's no I should be at my wedding 10 years ago. Okay. Till today, nobody can hold me accountable to say I must buy the ashresh. I did not ask you to buy my own. My reception was in my living room. I was no burden to nobody. You can't be a burden to me. So, oft times like this, it's time to reinvent. It's time to think of multiple streams of income. It's time to think of monetization. It's time to say, how can I start selling something internationally? I always tell people that your business must pass the test of universality. How can people do business with me anywhere in the world? I had to stop some product we had because they didn't pass the test of universality. If I can do real estate in Nigeria, I can do in US. Right now I'm in Kenya. Very soon we're about opening a real estate firm in Kenya. Meaning I can do real estate anywhere in the world. So your business has to pass the test of universality. Where anywhere in the world, so the day Nigeria is not, the price point in Nigeria is not making sense, you can say, you know what, now I want to sell to this kind of people because they are paying me in foreign exchange and the money makes sense.
Absolutely. And I'm going to agree on so many levels. I was having a conversation with someone the other day, and we were talking about Innocent. And the guy was like, yeah, Innocent is the beginning. Blah, blah. I said, brother, would an American buy Innocent? If the answer is no, Innocent is not going to save us. Until we can create a product that we will produce in Naira and sell to the dollar.
Thank you.
That is why Wizkid is a product. Because Wizkid, we record in a Nigerian studio with a Nigerian keyboardist.
Yes.
Using Nigerian air that is breathing and eating a bar, and come out with a hit that the Americans will dance to. Until you can get that formula in real estate, in automotive industry, in importing and exporting, you will continue to be in the background. So that is a universality. I mean, how you take Tokam?
Yes.
It is
your business has to pass the test of universality.
And a lot of people don't understand this and they take it for granted. BMW has its biggest plant in the US. It's a German product, but they are selling to the US. China is selling to the world. That's why China is not only one of the world's greatest economies, it is actually, in my humble opinion, more powerful than the US. In my opinion.
China manufactured the largest number of iPhones. Even though
so until we can attain that, we will continue to be poor. Look at Dubai. Apart from their oil, they sold something else to the world. It's called holidaying, tourism, 7-star hotel, luxury. The world is coming, pumping dollars, pounds, euros, yen into.
Let me shock you. In Dubai, I live in Burj Khalifa. Burj Khalifa is the tallest building in the world. And
you live there?
Yes, that's where I live in
Please,
Dubai.
please explain that to us. You have a flat there.
That's where I live, yes, in Dubai. Now,
that's amazing. I love that place.
It's funny that I am yet to meet an Emirati neighbor since I moved to Burj Khalifa. It's other nations. And just to confirm what you have said, they've done it such that people from all over the world at once living there. If I remember the day I hosted one of my Arab friends, it was his first time coming to Burj Khalifa. He was even the one telling me.
I've paid $100 to go and look at Burj Khalifa before. So people live there.
When next you come, I will host you.
Hey! I have to come. I thought it was because the whole place is torn. I knew there were hotel rooms, but that people actually have houses there. Oh,
yeah,
boy.
So it's kind of divided to three. Amani Hotel is the hotel part. Then there's the residential part. It's called Burj Residence. Then there's the even corporate offices. I have a whole floor. I'm really willing to sell. Whoever wants to buy, I'm a broker for it, for office space in Burj Khalifa. So they have office spaces there as well.
Oh,
so,
boy.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Let me just maintain my small champion, local as it may be. Let me ask another question, JJ. Real estate sounds amazing to the untrained. But when you sit down and begin to punch the numbers, it can get pretty confusing. I'll give you an example. I was having a conversation with my neighbor who builds and sells apartments in the Lekki area. And he said you can buy a one-bedroom apartment for about 45 million. He has some available for sale, one bedroom. So I was like, this one-bedroom apartment, if I rent it for 1 year, how much do I get? Said 3.5 million. So I sat down and thought about it. Okay, to take me 10 years or more like nearly 15 years to get my money back. Okay, yes, it's not money lost, but if I use that same money in shares or crypto, I could literally double the money in 2 3 years.
Yeah.
You know, but you see, so I got a bit confused. I'm no expert, and I'll never claim to be. That's why I'm bringing the question to you. How
Yeah.
can people get financial stability from real estate?
Beautiful. So real estate is the source of every economic activity in the world. It's the foundation for it. Whether it's hotel, whether it's agriculture, whether there's hardly any economic activity you want to do, the base is land, right? It starts with putting it on the land. And so I always tell people, and that's why they call it real estate. It's the only asset class that is real, is tangible, is touchable. So yes, my advice to people is always go ahead and do forex, go ahead and do crypto and any other high risk investment. But where you should bring it for stability purpose is real estate, right? So I should go and I can take all those, do all those high risk businesses. But if I really want the money to stand, because it's an hedge against inflation, right? Look at Banana Island, for example. As this dollar crisis has happened, because the price of property in Banana Island is in dollars.
Yes.
So as long as dollar naira fall, the value of property goes up in Banana Island. So if I gotten a house in Banana Island, let's say 2 years ago, then it was as low as 400 million, 500 million to buy maybe a 3-4 bedroom. Today now, you need between 1.5 billion to 2.7 billion to buy the same 3 to 5 bedroom in same Banana Island. And that's what real estate can do for you. But in that 2 years, how many times has crypto crashed? If you are doing forex, how many times has the whole thing gone down, right? But in real estate, and again, that's why you then need professionals. That's why you need expert advice. I always tell people that you must have 2 classes of mentor aside your spiritual mentor, right? So a lot of people want to rush to have spiritual mentor like that in freeze. And I heard, I see on social media, everybody now, that is freeze is a spiritual mentor. I say, okay. So, but you still need 2 other classes of mentors. You need a business mentor. So if you want to go into food business, for example, right, you can go and meet at the freeze while it tastes board and say, hey, you've been into this cooking food business for years. Can you give me some insight? Can you be my food business mentor? Because she's an expert when it comes to food business. So in every field that you're about to go into, you must have mentors in those fields. Right? Who are professionals, who have been there for years, who are guiding you. Now, it's also important that you don't have another class of mentor called investment mentors. Now, these people they may not be in your field, but there are people who can tell you. I started my business with 1,000 naira 14 years ago, and we're in billions today. Now, Cosmos Maduka, who is one of the speakers at the Global Health Festival, started with 200 naira over 40 years ago. And Dr. Cosmo is worth billions of dollars today. Right? That is an investment mentor. That's somebody you can go and meet and say, I have $100,000. How best do you think I need to invest that kind of money? Because they've been there, done that. And it's not people who do perspective trying to aspire to require, to acquire, and just giving you all manner of sweet words. They have been there, they've done that, and you can sit with them and ask them for counsel, but ultimately it's not always going to be free. I know that's where people will be. How do I get such a person? It's nothing of value is free. You have to build that relationship, and it's either going to cost you time or it's going to cost you money. There are some mentors of mine who don't charge me money, but sometimes when I'm going for a meeting with them, I'll bring 2 clients. I have one of them. Last meeting I had with him, I had 2 clients who wanted to buy Rolls Royce, and I know he sells. I said, I have 2 people who want to buy, so that 2 hours he spent with me, he knows that, okay, at least Stephen brought 2 Rolls Royce clients for me. It's not just that he's wasting my time, and I'm having to teach him and share ideas with him on how to move his business to the next level, and there's nothing in it for me. So either you are paying to attract a mentor, or you are serving, but definitely you must have a business mentor and an investment mentor. I hope I answered your question right.
You answered it very well. I remember in 1 Corinthians chapter 14, Paul was talking about different people coming together to build the church, saying there's one would sing, one would preach, one would give a word of wisdom, one would speak in tongues, and another will interpret, even though today in Pentecostal church nobody interprets. But what I'm trying to say is, when it's time for the word of wisdom, all the other parties will sit and listen to the wisdom. When they are done, he joins everybody back. And when it's time for music, the person who wants to minister with music now takes over the leadership. When it's time for the tongue, that person who has the gift of the tongue is now going to be the mentor, and everybody else sits under him and listens. And when he's done with the tongue, the one that is going to interpret now comes and tells them what that is. So what we're trying to sell here is the fact that most people, their pastor is their doctor, their teacher, their marriage counselor, their psychologist, and their business mentor. Your pastor has one job: to teach you the scriptures. 90% of the time, that's the only job they don't know how to do. They know how to counsel your marriage. They know how to advise you on business. So we need. Someone asked me the other day. He said, if I had the opportunity to do masters in economics or be Dangote's intern for 2 years, which would I do? I would say Dangote's intern for 2 years.
Intern. Absolutely.
I will carry his bag. I will dust his shoe. I want to see what you are going to learn in that school. Dangote will show me what is possible and what is not possible. There are what you call academic arguments. You will win it in a school, but you cannot win it practically.
Oh, come on.
So we need to understand the power of mentorship. I can teach scriptures because I learned scriptures from some of the best in the world, original languages and history. But when it comes to mentorship, see me here talking here. The last time I entered Burj Khalifa, I had to pay $100 for them to show me the Burj Khalifa. Meanwhile, there's somebody here that lives there. So for me to, because I preach to you, automatically now assume that I will teach you how to make money. I can show you how I made the little money I made, which might motivate and inspire you. But there is a certain level of money that if you give me, my brain cannot count it. But this gentleman sitting down here has probably spent it twice this year. That money that my brain cannot calculate, he has spent it twice this year. Cosmos Maduka probably spent it once this weekend. Elon Musk is spending it every minute.
Yeah.
Do you realize that Mark Zuckerberg lost $137 billion, more money than Nigeria made selling crude oil this year? And somebody said, wow, that's a loss. I said, no, that's a very expensive lesson that he's learning. And a very expensive investment that he's making towards his future. Because if it works, he's going to kick Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos so hard in the behind that they are going to fly to space when he takes over the spot from them.
Yeah.
So get yourself a mentor. This is very important. You have somebody looking at you right here in the face, wearing face cap, shooting me bullets since morning. How do you use him? There is a seminar coming up on Saturday. Now, let me tell you what I always do for family members. Daddy Freeze, I don't have house rent. If I pay your house rent this year and you don't have work, I will still be the one to pay it next year. One guy said, Daddy Freeze, I want to buy a car. I put my hand on my head. He said, why? I said, Mudana. He said, why do you down? I said, if I buy this car with you, Pelu will go along and we maintain it with you because I don't see the work that you are doing.
Exactly.
So some of you have family members that are on your neck. Yeah. Why don't you buy them a ticket to come and attend this mentorship course? When I worked, I can tell my own story and it might motivate you. When I started working in Cool FM, my salary was 15,000 naira a month in 2001. Now, I had first worked for 5 years in BCUS Ibadan, and my salary was 1.5. I'm not joking. 1,500 naira between 1996 and 2001. I was earning 1,500 naira a month when MTN came out, and their recharge card was my salary. In 2001, that's why I could not afford to buy MTN. I bought Econet Wireless so that I will not use all my salary to buy recharge card.
Wow.
I moved to Cool FM and I earned 15,000 naira a month. And there was a time someone came to tell me that, Daddy Freeze, we can get you a job at Econet Wireless. They are paying 70,000 naira. I turned it down because I didn't see it in line with what I had, my vision for myself. Then this other radio station, I'm not going to mention their name, came around. They were offering about that, but they said, I will not be able to do jingles. I will not be able to do anything. All I have to do is work for the radio station. I turned that down. I suffered for it for 5 years. But that 5 years, I used to build myself. I was boy. My ogas have sent me to buy cigar before. Say, my driver is not around. Use my car and go and buy cigar. Yes, sir. I will drive and go and buy the cigar. I was not too big. I'm going to share a story here. It's a Romanian story about a young boy and his sister who were walking down the street. The sister was like, oh, she's hungry. She wants to eat cherry. The brother was like, she was just moaning and groaning about this cherry. So as they were going, the brother saw a horseshoe. And he said, oh, pick up that horseshoe for me. I'm carrying bags. This I said, I'm hungry. There is cherry season. I want to eat cherry. You are telling me to, please. So the brother bent and picked down the horseshoe and they continued walking. After a while, the brother said he was coming. He crossed the road and then came back and was walking ahead of the sister. And every 2 minutes, the sister would just see a little cherry wrapped in a nylon bag. Say, cherry. She bent down and picked the cherry, cleaned it with a handkerchief and ate it. That's how she ate 12 cherries. When she finished eating the 12th cherry, her brother that was in front now slowed down and allowed her to catch up with him. And he said something to her. He said, do you realize that if you had bent down once to pick up that horseshoe, you will not need to bend down 12 times to pick up your own share of the cherries? So many people do not want to subject themselves to the humiliation of mentorship. Any mentor that does not send you to buy cigar is not a good mentor. They will send you on errands. You have to, it's called apprenticeship in those days.
Yes, apprenticeship.
It is where Dangote is sending you.
You're already giving away the conference.
They need to know because they don't understand. You see, they will come here. I swear, I'm watching all of you. If any of you beg me for money, I will tell you to go and meet Stephen Akintayo and go and book conference and go and learn how to take decisions in your lives. So some of you are not even doing it for yourselves. Do it for that your brother that does not have future, NFA, wakes up in the morning to beg for money. Let him put his existence to good use. Yeah. You would be amazed. Some people are too proud to humble themselves to the leadership that would prosper them. This is important. www.globalwealthfestival.com, a festival of wealth creation. Why I like Pastor Toby is Pastor Toby is into nation building. You cannot build a nation without wealth creation.
Absolutely. He was at the London edition of this conference, Yes, he was
I
the
trust
keynote
him.
speaker, one of the keynote speakers.
Do you realize that before Pharaoh could build the nation of Egypt in the recession,
Yeah,
he had to create wealth first?
true, true.
They had to create wealth. Through the wealth creation, they could build a nation. Nigeria
Mm.
is in poverty today because we lack wealth, the ability to spin wealth. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't take this. There are 500 people watching us, 500 and above people watching us on Instagram alone, about 90 on TikTok, 250 on YouTube, and about 36 on Facebook, or the other way around. This could be your breakthrough. All of you have an equal opportunity. That is to learn something new. The poorest man on earth is that one that cannot pay attention.
Mm.
The moment you can pay attention, you are
That's
not
deep.
poor. No, if you check your bank account and you have 500 naira, and another person checks his bank account and he has 5 million, if you can pay attention and that one with 5 million cannot, you can end up being richer than that person. So pay attention, it is important. Let us talk about those that are actually entrepreneurs and are looking to build wealth legitimately in this economy. Dr. Stephen, what do you have to say
Yeah.
to that genre of people?
I would say invest in real estate, honestly. I wouldn't be this wealthy today if not for real estate. I actually started in digital marketing. We started with bulk SMS 14 years ago with just 1,000 naira, and then evolved. By 2015, we had to Buhari's email campaign, Jonathan SMS campaign. We're having Chibita, PZ, MTN, everybody were our clients, email marketing and so on. But that was when I didn't realize that was the next thing. I'm doing a business that, some of us, God forbid, Facebook crashed today, our whole business over, right? And I actually did, travel to Silicon Valley. So I went to Facebook campus, I went to Yahoo. Of course, Yahoo had been bought by that time. I went to Google campus. Google campus was bigger than UI. And I was shocked.
Google campus.
I'm like, yes, bigger than university.
What do they do at that campus? I'm sorry to take you off.
So that was what then shocked me, because the sheer amount of real estate. When you go to Facebook campus, you will be passing like Lagos Ibadan Expressway, cross to the other side, you are seeing Facebook campus. Like, yeah, Apple campus. So I was like, these guys, aside the technology, they are big in real estate. Massive, huge. Of course, in those campuses, they do programs where coders come, spend 3 months, 6 months, and most of those technology, there are a lot of, if people have an idea of thousands of people behind we being able to use Instagram, using Facebook, day and night, do one thing or the other, and they are training program. That's why today, Google, Facebook, all of them have said they don't need your degree with your college or secondary school in Nigeria. You can work in those places, because immediately they will just enroll you on their campus, and once you know that everything is been systemized and you are fit to work with them. So for me, that opened me up to the fact that even these tech giants, the backbone, right, is real estate. Like, I went to Yahoo, email started with Yahoo. A new company had bought Yahoo. And I was wondering what were they buying. But when I went to Yahoo campus, I understood the real estate asset of Yahoo. The massive, campus they have. So I came back 2015, I said, this real estate, we're entering. And we have a vision of building 200 estates between now and the year 2035. We'll be building golf courses. There are going to be green and smart homes. We'll spend the last 7 years buying land. We have over 30 estates, average of 50 acre to 500 acre land. And very soon we're going to start doing massive housing. In fact, we're launching. Hopefully, we'll invite you for the phase 1 of the housing scheme. Our goal, I mean, we need about $20 billion to achieve our vision 2035. So that the frees need to help me raise that money. Your church members have to invest with us.
Everybody, oh.
They have to invest with us. So we are doing massive, and my advice to people is nothing can make you as wealthy as you less. Let me give you a practical testimony. Some of the property I bought 5 years ago for as low as 250,000, some of them 750,000, that is freeze. Today, average of them is going for 10 million to 15 million. And some of them I bought 50 acres, some I bought 100 acres 7 years ago. Now tell me how else I could have turned, right, 250,000, 750,000 to 10 million in 7 years without it fluctuating. I'm not talking about I bought Bitcoin and then it crashed, constantly going up. And if I still leave it for another 5 to 10 years, for 50 to 100 million, so on. And I've got acres. For me, I tell people, you don't even necessarily need to say, yes, why not start a mini estate? We started this concept of mini estate to say people like that if I didn't want to did an advert for us on this, people who are already wealthy, they have some change here and there. You can buy 10 plots from GTEx, and we've already secured it. Some of them will fence it around. No issue of somebody will take my land. We will train you on how you can start the housing projects. People have houses off plan, right? Please mini estate of maybe 30 units of housing on a 6 acre. And so these are ways people can begin to think of wealth creation. Say you want to build wealth without thinking real estate. In fact, matter of fact, when you prove God has blessed you, that will give you land. Everywhere through the scriptures, and I know that the friends will agree with me. Anytime God wants to bless, when you want to bless Abraham, go to a land I will show you.
It's always land.
It's always a land. It's always a land. Jacob was a land. Isaac was a land. So the proof.
Canaan was a land. Canaan was a land.
Canaan was a land. The proof that God has blessed is real estate. Was it Pastor Toby, latest property in London, and it was them they have about 50 of such. I say, you see, these are. I love people who understand that real estate is how you build wealth. Because real estate will do 4 things for you. You can create wealth through real estate. You can manage wealth through real estate. You can multiply wealth through real estate. And you can transfer it to the next generation. It's only real estate that will do 4. Some vehicles can create but cannot manage. Some wealth creation vehicle can multiply. Forex will multiply. Right? Forex, crypto will multiply, but cannot transfer it to the next generation. If your children don't know your login details, your money is gone.
Straight.
It's so, but for land, the document is somewhere. Whoever has the document, you can resell it, so it can be transferred from one generation to the other.
Absolutely. It's a wonderful opportunity to have you here. Let's quickly talk about the Global Wealth Festival and why you started this phenomenal project.
So for me I realized that, religion, again, I don't believe in religion. I believe in spirituality. Religion was given to us by the Western world. So they came here and gave us religion and took our gold, took our cocoa, took our everything we had. And the religion they gave us was the version that don't bother make money, just prepare for heaven. You are going to heaven, so this world is not my own, I'm just passing through. And what then started happening was that every everybody who married multiple women. They had 10 wives. They were wealthy people. They had farms. Wealth was a culture. Today, you see that we have lost that culture. Today, the culture we identify with is culture of scarcity. In fact, you will see people tell you the reason they are poor is because somebody else is rich.
Can you
That's
imagine?
A lie. That's a lie. Because the sky is so big, we can all fly and not affect each other.
Straight.
So, I realized that even in diaspora, what people started doing was replicating Nigeria in Houston. $15 an hour, $10 an hour. It will not take you anywhere. And so you see how they are still messing us up. They ban us in Nigeria. I mean in Dubai now. Okay. And guess what? They ban everybody, but they didn't ban investors. We that were investors. I can still go to Dubai anytime because I'm an investor. You see what they are telling us? That they don't want employees. They want people who bring their money. They want people who are building businesses. They want people who are investing. So you see us, all the doctors in the US are almost Nigerians. I mean, 70% of, immigrant doctors are Nigerians. We don't have one hospital that we own of our own. One. So I realized that even in diaspora that we keep talking about Japa, we're not really doing that well. In those places, we are scared. We are conservative. Be careful. Don't. I knew how many people said they were not coming for my event because I was inviting Pastor Toby. And I'm like, you guys, for my London event. Some didn't come actually. Right? And I said, well, that's your business. Because this is part of what we are saying. Until you open up yourself and even understand. And I remember saying to many of them, I said, whatever you feel you have against this man, come and ask him a question. He will be able to take us. And guess what? They gave him a standing ovation at the end of the event.
Wow.
We didn't. Now we understand what you were doing. I told him, I said, come with all your guys who are running businesses. Let them come and talk about how your ministry has helped them to start business and to run businesses. So what we do is to fight each other. We are not united. UK now has an Indian prime minister. Are we surprised? They already had a Pakistani mayor of London because they are united. The guy is even richer than King Charles. So you are wondering why they made him prime minister. He was not. They know that the guy knows something about money. He knows something. So the reason we started Global One Festival is to say we will take it around. It's not just a Nigerian thing. That's why we did the Dallas even before Nigeria. We did Dallas. We had Grand Cardone. Grand Cardone is worth over $8 billion.
Oh yeah.
We had Grand Cardone in the US for the US event. And then we did the UK, we had Alexander Musu, Pastor Toby, several great guys. Is to change, for me, is a movement that Africans can be wealthy and they can do it legitimately. It's not we are all not 419, we're all not crooked scammers. Some of us have brains and we can build wealth legitimately. And for me, I'm excited about the movement. It's catching fire. It's Lagos' turn. We hope Lagos will show up and everybody will get value.
Lagos is definitely going to show up. Definitely. Abe ni show up ni. She feke bi pa yin ni. You better show. You know me, I don't beg them. I'm not among the people that begs. If you like to be poor, sit in your house. But if you want to expand the horizons of your mind, let me tell you, as you are sitting down there, imagine yourself in a Ferrari. You can actually imagine yourself going into a Ferrari, putting the key in the ignition, starting it, and it's possible. Imagine yourself in a first class on Emirates or Qatar Airways or British Airways. Imagine, you can do it. Some people are so deprived and depraved that their imagination is like a room. Somebody has thrown away the key and they are locked inside the room. Their body can go out, but their brain is inside that room. Meanwhile, there are people in prison. There are people who are in hospital beds whose imagination can take them across the world.
Mm. Mm.
But you wake up in the morning, wear your shoe, and go out. You are free. Your body is free, but your mind is caged.
Mm.
What sessions like these do is they free your mind from the bondage of lack of inspiration.
Absolutely.
So, my next question is, how do people attend this event?
Very simple. They can go to www.globalwealthfestival.com and they will see the various tickets. There's the virtual, there's the regular, there's the VIP, and several other categories. Click whichever one you want. The good news, like I said, because of that, the freeze, and please note the coupon discount is only while we're on this call. So if you pay after this call, you won't get the 50%. So because of that, the freeze, we're giving you opportunity to have 50% discount.
Woohoo!
All tickets. So just use the coupon code GWF Lagos 50. GWF Lagos 50. So you'll be able to see where you can use that coupon code, and it will just drop down the price for you by 50%. After we're done with this live show, you have to pay the normal full price. But it's even been subsidized, because the London event was £497. You see now, Nigeria event, because of economy, we're doing 30,000 regular, 80,000. It didn't even cover cost of venue, because we're using Civic Center. It's this Saturday, 5th of September. We're using Civic Center main hall. It's 9 to 4 p.m. for the conference, and those who have VIP tickets will also be able to attend the networking dinner by 7 to 10 p.m. As well as the conference that starts 9 to 10. We'll have a coffee break for snacks by afternoon by 12, and then we'll end by 4. Then we take a break, and then by 7 to 10, we'll have a great time networking, music, comedy, and networking with like-minded people. And it's going to be great. So go register now. Get your ticket. Again, it's Saturday, 5th of September, 9 a.m. in the morning. We are going to be having Dele Momodu, Cosmos Maduka, Les Brown, Brian Tracy, Robert Kiyosaki. They do a recorded session for those foreign speakers. Myself. We have Zelicious. Zelicious is a lady who's gone big. She has a cooking blog and makes a lot of money just from teaching people how to cook. So you'll meet people that the freeze will be there sharing with you. How that the freeze has made. Listen, some of you are just consumers, and you are not thinking of the science behind that the freeze. That the freeze don't make money come out from that. They on a level. Be on a mate anymore. Forget all this utility.
Bros. Now you will they look up to.
Do your wedding in London. Oh yeah, let's start there. Can you
Hey!
fly people down? Cost of pounds now.
Hey!
I don't want to do my wedding actually. I just so all this humility is playing for you. You don't go. Let him tell us. Okay, how he has built wealth in this media industry. Right? And we have several of you will be there. Everybody, it's just different sector. We have a real estate panel session. We have a skill, and that's the session that frees you. How do you monetize your skill in Nigeria? How do you monetize your skill? We have that skill panel session, and we have the entrepreneurship and investment panel session, and then we have the keynote by myself and all these other great speakers. It's loaded. It's really loaded.
They want us to come and share our secret. You people too. I will tell some coded secrets.
What is controlling you? Where did it not?
I will tell you some coded things But you have to come to the event. I will not tell you in public. You are not paying me to tell you in public. You want to learn? Come to the event. Come and learn. You will do like this. When you hear, it's like having your people paying you to have your bath.
Yes, yes.
Imagine someone comes to you and says, I just bought this BMW. They say, how do you sell it? Every time I have my bath in the morning, they pay me for it. You'll be looking at, bath, where me at the bath. Then they pay you. That's exactly what it looks like. Yes. I'm going to share a little tip. That if this comes on social media, you abuse him. He gets paid. You where they abuse, are they paying you? You don't realize your abuse will generate another comment under you, will generate the traffic that I'm going to take when I tell someone that this is how many millions I'm charging for this service. The person say, why? I show them the traffic. I say, this is the last time I gave somebody a discount was maybe 3 years ago. I pride myself. Wow. Even my story, the cheapest thing I sell is a story. It's 50K. That's the cheapest thing. It lasts only for 24 hours. One guy said, I will pay 20K. I said, please do not pay 20K. Sorry, please do not pay 40K. If you don't have 50K for that 24-hour story, please don't pay. And that's the cheapest. Why? Because you see, people have come to, I can't teach you here. You are not paying. Go and learn about, this is one, you see, by the time you are done, you will learn how to use your skill to make money. You will learn how to use your social media to make money. Then when you are done making money, you will now know where to spend the money. All in one bedroom at Civic Center. Your handiwork, you go use and make money. This social media where you can't they throw people, you go use and make money. Then when you spend the money, when you make the money finish, they go can't teach you how to spend the money so that your children don't go hungry for future.
Come on.
In the same building, www.globalwealthfestival.com. Get your tickets now. While this live is going on, it's supposed to be a 1 hour live, but I've stretched it for 1 hour, almost 30 minutes, just so you have the opportunity to get half price tickets. I should have closed this session 30 minutes ago, but I don't want you to be poor. I'll rather drag my time for another 20 minutes if there's hope, a glimmer of hope for you to open up, expand the vision of your horizon. Some people can see, but they can't visualize. That's the worst form of blindness. You can see, but you can't visualize. When Walt Disney's wife launched the first Disneyland,
yes,
he had already passed.
Yes.
So someone made a comment and said, man, I wish Walt had seen this. And the wife made a comment and said, he already did. All these things you are seeing, he saw it in his mind. You people could not even do 80% of what he saw in his mind. He saw it. You people just brought what he visualized to reality. So if there's any opportunity for you to put yourself in a position, let me tell you something. Some people say living in America is the best thing in the world. Let me tell you where the best thing in the world is. To live in Nigeria and earn American money, that's the best. That's the best thing in the world. America. If you live in a 6 million naira a year house, it's a very decent house. If you live in a 6 million naira a year house in America, you will be a pauper, you'll be suffering. They'll be selling Igbo at your doorstep. Do you want 6 million naira? $20,000 a year? What kind of house are you going to get? No, what am I saying? 6 million naira is $8,000 a year. It's not up to $10,000. $10,000 about 8 million now. So if you live in a 6 million naira a year house, that's you are living in an $8,000. Baba, as you waka for your floor go to do crack. That's 6 million naira is what some people spend 3 months or 2 months to live in a decent place in London. So imagine there are two people, they are both earning say $100,000 a year. The one living in America will spend more to survive, while the one living in Nigeria will We buy the kind of car the one that live in America will not dream of. We'll have excess investment money that the one in America. Okay. Instead of you sitting down moaning and groaning, oh, our government is bad, our government is bad. Capitalize on the fact that you can actually pull funds into this economy and not feel the impact. You see, when you are earning in Forex, what happens to you is you are wearing bulletproof as they are shooting you financial bullets. Bola, it go shake you, it go stand, because you are cushioned, you are protected from that inflation. Hey, imagine somebody they earn dollar, they can't say dollar na 900. Na 900,000 be $1,000. The dollar na 700, na 700,000 na im be money. Now you where they earn 200,000 naira a month, iwolo kabuku, because your 200,000 naira is $40 this month, is $60 next month, is $35. Now you is the hit. But person where they earn $1,000 a month, if dollar na 1,000, his salary is 1 million naira. If it's 700, his salary is 700,000. As the dollar they go with them. As they come with them. You did the same place. So these are things you need to actually put into perspective. And I want to ask one more quick question. We're discussing earlier on real estate, and you talked about mini estates and land banking. Quickly, so I can open up the phone lines or the comment section for people to talk. What do you have to say about land banking, and how do people go into land banking?
Beautiful. So my biggest my breakthrough came from land banking, and I was sharing earlier how I bought some land for 250. The value is over 10 million per plot, and I bought 50 acres in some, I bought 100 acres in some. So you can multiply 10 million, multiply by 6, multiply by 50, or multiply by 6, multiply by 100. And it's one of the smartest decisions I've ever made. And it keeps going higher every day. So one of the ways to build wealth, in fact, the property we just acquired, and this thing is global, that's what I love about real estate. We just acquired in Dallas, it's 54-acre property. I was told that it has increased by $17 billion between June and now. Right? And this is what people don't understand, that your ability to buy certain choice, again, there is a science to these things, not just any land. So if you are buying a land in a place where development is going to catch up, right? So years ago, for example, we have over 4 estates in Ibejuleki. When we started buying Ibejuleki, people were telling us, they said they would do airports there, one time in the seaport, government project, it's a lie, you can't trust them. Today, the seaport will be launched next year. Dangote refinery next year. They just approved the airport. Value of land in my very eye had moved from 1 million naira in those axes to 30-something million. Just the land, without even you doing anything. So you can always build, and this land are edge against inflation. So like that Freeze is saying, people who had kept their money in the bank, now your money has lost value, right? However, those who bought land, the money keeps going higher, because even though Naira has fallen, guess what? Real estate will go higher. All our estates, for example, just did an announcement. From Monday, property value has gone up again, because we have pegged it to the dollar. As the dollar rise and Naira fall, you have to pay more for the land. Same thing with houses. You see that just last year, we know some houses, early last year, were selling for 22 bedroom for 48 million. Right? No, 38 million or so. 2 bedroom, 38 million. Right now, you need 58 million to buy the same 2 bedroom in just 1 year. So that's the power of real estate investment. Well, people, I do coaching and I charge for it, just the same way that the fees charge. Me, I give discount. I'm still humble. I'm not like that.
Go see discount.
so I coach people one-on-one how to go into real estate. It's $20,000 I charge for a one-on-one coaching.
If I was charging $20,000, please, I will also give discount to. Please, guys, come and pay $20,000. I'll give you 20% discount. While light and lying for you. I want your kind of humility, you. 20K. There is nothing on my menu that is 10K. Even there's nothing on my menu. Okay, 5K you will see. 10K. Because that's why we don't give discounts. If I mo gbé $20,000.
What the person will learn on a $20,000 coaching will earn them millions of dollars. You know, I mean, this is not, you know, because of the volume. You know, real estate is high ticket. So what you will learn is already helping you to make millions of dollars. So we do this. However, what we also do is I have a team of people I've mentored. They are called wealth advisors. So anybody who has 5 million, 10 million, 20 million, you want to go into real estate or even more, these people are a team of people who work with me. They are going to guide you and they are not going to charge you a dime. And I'm going to give a number you can reach out to today. And one of our wealth advisors will talk to you and guide you, and you will not need to pay a dime. I hope people are happy with that one. At least you don't need to come and pay my own $20,000. You can be guided. Somebody there had met me at San Antonio. How are you, my sister? Many years ago, you know, I used to go to, 5 years ago, I would go to the US telling them about, I wasn't this wealthy then, invest in real estate. And some of them would be looking at me as, how can a person come from Nigeria and be telling us how to? Today now, all of them have seen that, well, what I was teaching those days, it's working. They can all see. Even the black can see now. So the truth is that I always say this about investment. It's either you pay today and play tomorrow, or play today and pay tomorrow. Even some of your so-called pastors and bishops, they are all buying real estate. They may not teach you on Sundays, but it's the truth, right? All of them have massive real estate investment. Many of them have bought massive properties. Okay, they whether they teach you or not, but that's the truth. You sit down there waiting for anointing oil, waiting for prayers, when you can take an action today. And that's the part I agree with Daddy Freeze. I think pastors need to begin to, engage entrepreneurs to mentor their members. Pastors have to humble themselves and say, hey, except if you are a pastor and you're a businessman, I can't. But if you're not into business, you're not into investment, get professionals to come and teach your members so that they know how to manage the remaining 90%. In my own view, I believe in tithing, like I said, and I'm blessed because I use the 90% well. I invested very well, and I'm not in any way poor. And I hope more pastors will engage in helping their members learn how to legitimately build wealth. You can't be saying members don't have a job. They should come 8 a.m. for prayer meeting. It's nonsense, right? You should use that time to go and be dropping CVs everywhere. You should even go and volunteer somewhere, right? These are truths that we need to focus on in our teaching of the gospel, right? You cannot be telling your members to come and take anointing oil to prosper. I don't believe, without telling them to go and start a business, how they can invest opportunities that exist. You can't be investing. I heard a story of a pastor, true story. The young man wanted to buy a particular shares and he went to his pastor to tell him. That one said, I'm not sure. And many of you, I don't know why people do that. You want to buy property, you go and ask your pastor to pray over. I don't, except if he's a property guru. That makes sense. But I don't even know. So he went to tell his pastor. The pastor said, well, the kingdom of heaven, he sold the money, bottom line. One day he lost his job, things were tough, he started working in church office. A pastor came for pastor. Guess what? It was dividends from the same company he wanted to buy shares in. Yes.
It's just like your pastor telling you to pray when you have cancer. Meanwhile, he took his wife abroad with his private jet to go and collect chemotherapy. Or like boy,
no. I don't. So again, this is where me am balanced. I believe you should pray. Like prayer is the only answer.
Yes, but you see, walk. It's just like
walk is the only answer. So I'm believing God for healing. Take your loved one to the hospital.
To the hospital.
Praying. So I believe in prayers. Prayers have saved me many times. It's just the balance. Again, I think that the freeze is the extreme of, you know.
Now. Hold on. Let me explain something to you. You see, if you're about to hit a pothole, you don't adjust a little. You change direction totally.
Yeah.
We still have, if you're in my church, Free Nation, we still have prayer meeting every Saturday. What I teach is there are so many things more important than prayer. For instance, you can't pray if you've not forgiven. If you are holding a grudge against anybody. So until you have learned to forgive, don't bother praying because you are wasting your time.
Exactly. I agree.
Until you can love. Paul in 1 Corinthians chapter 13 from verse 1 says, if I have the ability to understand all of God's wisdom, if I can speak in any kind of tongues, if I have the ability to prophesy, but I don't have love, I am nothing. We need, you see, the average Nigerian has no love, cannot forgive, is not disciplined. Discipline is more important than prayer. Do you realize that? And here's what I say here. There is no scripture that says without prayer you cannot make heaven. It does not exist. I've studied Bible cover to cover. There is no scripture that says without prayer you will not be successful on earth. This real estate you are doing, there are people that don't pray and are doing better and are doing as well.
Absolutely.
So it's good to pray. It's good to have a relationship with God. But the emphasis on that, you see, that prayer, God can give you a revelation that he will not give the next person. But the discipline to outsee that revelation, prayer will not give you.
The dollars won't drop from heaven because you have prayed.
Do you understand?
The prayer equation. You are very right. I mean, that's the part I agree with you. Money is not in the prayer equation.
It's not.
You can't pray your way to become wealthy. No, you invest your way. You learn about subject of investment. You build mentorship. You do apprenticeship. And like I said, there are aspects you and I agree on. And one day we should book 2 hours and just trash it out.
I'm ready. I'll make myself available.
Agree because I think it will help. And that's one of the reasons why I'm happy to be on the show. I'm happy to host you. And for me, it's because, first of all, I think your argument had even made a lot of people to go and think, right? Because there's a whole lot around giving and tithing that people just did it.
You see, Dr. Stephen.
Now, at least people are beginning to look for
Dr. Stephen, at least you even agreed to come on my platform. Do you know how many people have refused? To their own detriment, too. They've refused. They believe I'm the Antichrist because they don't want, the pastors do not. Let me tell you something here. There are so many biblical arguments that are brought forth. No pastor will talk. They don't. The day I talk about tithing, because that's their salary. There is no GO in Nigeria. Just think of the GO. He gave a public address. He watched, as in, I sat down and I said, this man watched my video. I was watching one young man who said we should not tithe. I say, so you watched that video, you that we look at as holy. You know why? Because it affected their pockets. And that's the problem. You see,
I don't think so.
No, hey, you see, Dr. Stephen.
For the case you have mentioned, for example,
yes,
it's not necessarily like he watched people told him about it.
No, he watched it. He said, he quoted what I said.
But it's people that will tell him,
watch. But what I'm trying to say is,
and he watched. Here's my point, right? Because I believe you started a movement, and that movement, a lot of people have learned. But even in that movement, if your people, for example, decide to say they will not pay tax and still don't invest,
they will be poor.
They're still gonna be poor. So the issue for me is not tight or no tight. The issue is, can we teach the black man how to build wealth? That's the real conversation. And the more we focus on that, because here's my own argument with why we need to be balanced. And you'll be shocked that the pastors who say are avoiding you, you'll be shocked I'll bring many of them on your platform. Right? I'm the bridge.
I'll be glad for us to have that bridge. And I want to.
I don't think that is that a lot of you don't know how much even the people you think don't like you appreciated some of your boldness and your stance, right?
Yes.
And we can disagree to agree. We can
absolutely
argue, and then get to look at how to resolve. I just think that sometimes there's no bridge, right? Nobody is doing the bridge building between these arguments, right? I will beat my chest and say giving has helped me to be where I am. However, I did not just give without investing. I did not just give without running a business. I did not, but I mean, if you have done what I've done in Africa legitimately, without some politician being the one back. I mean, people were shocked how I've been bold about politics in the last election, because there's none of them who put their money in my business. So I can abuse anybody I want to abuse, right? I had built legitimately to where I am today. But I would tell you categorically that God did it, as much as I put in the work as well.
So I agree with that balance. I agree with that balance. God does it. I agree with supporting a ministry, because Christ's ministry is supporting. I also will just categorically tell you that there's no space for tithing in Christianity. But let's open up the lines for questions, because our event is this Saturday and people need to come and learn how to make this money. Hey, we're making money this year. We're making money this year. How did they sing that song again? You are singing the song. You are chanting the lyrics. Some of you even know the song better than me, but you have not made 1 naira this year. It's not about knowing the lyrics. So the day I found out that Burna Boy charges $500,000 for a show, this is how I sat down. And you will still book him an 8-seater minimum private jet. He will not. Burna Boy does not fly first class. That's for poor people. Burna Boy flies private jet. And it's not just any kind of, a minimum of 8 to 10. I forgot how many seats. You must come and pick him both legs. $500,000. And guess what? Burna Boy will be booked 4 times a week. While the monthly, the annual income, Burna Boy is making more money.
Somebody has not made $100 million this year. You should not talk to him.
When the boy, you see, we will get access to some of this information. We know that they are not making mouth. They are not making mouth. Hey, what's that making that noise? Okay, the song. We're making money. We're making money this year. Hey, we're making money. We're making money. All right, so let's ask questions. We're running out of time. And we need audience questions. I'm going to bring in 3 people. Please don't put your question around religion. That's a topic for another day. You have Dr. Stephen here. Dr. Stephen knows about religion, but he's not an expert. How we make money this year? We make money this year. That's his expertise. Come and learn how to make money. So I'm bringing in 3 people. If you're interested, send me a request right now so I can bring you live. Remember, your question should be around what is important. Okay?
Yes, not religion.
Not, don't. Religion is what we play with. Religion is where we agree to disagree. As you're looking at Dr. Stephen, if a Buddhist comes and says he wants to invest 10 million, will you turn down the money?
I mean, I don't. In our company, we have people of different religion. If LGBTQ can work with us, we don't discriminate.
Straight.
You know,
so, and please keep your questions very short. Abel, you want me to bring you in? Send me a request. Abel, send me a request. Hey, send me a request to be in the live. If you want to come in, please do send a request. Quite a few people are sending requests, but they are finding it hard to connect. So you can ask a few questions. Okay, more people are sending requests. Okay. As in, oh wow, quite a few people are sending, but I'm finding it hard to connect. Okay, finally somebody got through.
Hello.
How are you?
Tell yourself. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. So, questions for Dr. Stephen Akintayo.
Okay, Dr. Stephen, how are you doing, sir?
I'm good. Nice having you. What's your name again?
My name is Sam.
Ken.
Sam.
Sam, from where?
From Maryland, US.
Oh, nice having you here.
Thank you. My question is Badagry outskirt of Lagos, is it safe to invest in real estate?
Absolutely yes, particularly because Lagos State just got approval to do another seaport in Badagry. Also, the problem with Badagry has been the road, and they've started the reconstruction of the express road. So if I'm anyone, I would definitely invest in Badagry because, again, the concept of land banking is that you go and buy it before everything develops. I mean, imagine, I know a woman who told me this in London, how Admiralty was where they told her to buy. This was over 50 years ago because she was a head teacher in Saleko. So they used to bring paper for them then. You would be dropping 500 naira for Admiralty. But in those days, all those places are thick forest. Who wants to live in Lekki Phase 1? They didn't even know the name then. So she just said she wasn't buying, that she was relocating to the UK or something. So, and today she's regretting it because she's not been able to do something tangible for herself. So ultimately, we must make sure we leverage on platforms like that. So yeah, Badagry is good. The only thing is, again, be careful where you're buying from. If you want to buy from Omonile, you want to be careful that you have all the systems. There's risk in doing any business. In Africa, any small thing, oh, they scammed me. Oh, I lost money. That's business. You will lose money. If you don't want to lose money, then you're not ready to do entrepreneurship. So understand it's risky. So my advice is get advice, get counseling. Don't just go and start buying Badagry because I say it's good. If you lose your money, you're your own.
Let me even read you my disclaimer. Any financial decision you take is your responsibility. Don't come and hold Daddy Freeze tomorrow and say you saw somebody on Daddy Freeze live. Listen, I always say this before anybody, and you are the author and finisher of your financial decisions.
Exactly.
Please remember that. There is no business in this life that is 100% guaranteed. All right, we have another gentleman here. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Very well, thank you. What is your name?
What's your name and where are you joining us from?
My name is Tahid Akemi. I'm joining from Dallas, Texas.
Oh, wow.
Hey, welcome.
Go ahead.
Yes. Oh my God. That's the information you guys have dished out today. I don't know, but I just want to know how the conference can really help me because right now I just started a training in real estate here, but it's a self-study, right? You know, I think I bought it for like $2,400. The training from one of the big real estate agents here in America. So I don't know. Do you in your mentorship? How does it help somebody who is not in Nigeria, Dubai, or who's somebody who is in America? You know, how does it help?
We have an office in the US as well, but all my mentorship are virtual. My programs are virtual. So most of my trainings are virtual. That way, people from all over the world.
Oh, virtual. Okay, good. That's good.
People from all over the world are able to attend and learn. What you would just do is to reach out to the office and let them know exactly what you want, and they will get back to you.
So how do I reach out the website you provided here?
The website is for the conference we're doing, and you can join that conference as well virtually.
Okay.
You can join the event virtually. There's an option for you to attend virtually as well. But to reach the office is +23481 881 I've just posted it.
Okay, since you pinged it, I'll see it. Okay, no problem.
You can send a WhatsApp message to them. Be explicit what you want, and they'll get back to you.
All right, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, Daddy Freeze.
You're most welcome. And our final guest, please go ahead with your question.
Yeah, good evening, Daddy Freeze. Good evening, Dr. Steve.
Good evening. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm great. Thank you so much, Daddy Freeze, for this opportunity. I've always been on your life. And sometime I saw Dr. Steve video, and I think I've been following him. And I'm very, very happy to have this opportunity to talk to him. Yeah, actually, I'm calling live from Como City in Italy. Where actually, I want to ask Dr. Steve just a few questions. I have some friends, I also want to invest in land because I know it's a very, very good business. Someone is advising me to go in Ikorodu area, outskirts of Ikorodu, which is Lagos and Ogun State, between that area. I don't know how safe it is. So when I heard you, so I said this is a good opportunity to ask because I believe you are an expert in this.
Well, Ikorodu is one of the nice locations to invest in because Ikorodu is the largest sub of Lagos. Accessibility to Ikorodu is multiple. We have more than 4 ways to access Ikorodu. Let me say this. Anywhere in Lagos, you can't go wrong. The Washington Post data has shown that by the year 2100, Lagos will be the largest city in the world. What that means for real estate is that even if you own 400 square meters in Lagos, it will be worth $1 billion in the next 50 years. That's what it means. Based on that data, it means Lagos will be bigger than Manhattan, New York in population, bigger than Shanghai, bigger than any city you know. So based on this, it shows you because what drives the price of real estate is population growth, right? And insecurity is also fueling people having to move to Lagos. So you can't go wrong when it comes to investing anywhere in Lagos. The problem is usually, how do you invest? Through whom do you invest? What source are you investing in? Did you read the terms and conditions? For example, if you're investing in an estate, right? They're a company. I remember at some point, we used to do all this buy real estate and you pay small. I realized that a woman one day pay 100,000. The following week, say her mother is sick. We should refund the money. Madam, we don't keep money in the bank. It's business. We're not storing it for you to come back and just say, I want it back. Right? And it's so unfortunate how sometimes people don't understand how business work in Africa. And we love to again come and play victim. And so, in fact, since that time, now we don't, if you don't have up to 5 million, you can't even buy any property from us. Right? And our reform policies are very clear. We will deduct 30% if you say you want your money back. We will pay in 90 days and it will be flexible payment. If you don't want buy, no buy. So read all those terms, and different companies have their rules. Read those things, know what you are getting into. But don't go and buy. Let's say you bought from Omonile or Dibale, and then you say they scam you. That's normal. You know, it's normal to have land sold to 3 people when you are buying from families. So you might be better off buying from a company. A company will be more expensive, but at least you know you'll get value. And if you have any issue with them, take them to court, right? And let the court get you back or rule who is wrong or who is right. Does that make sense at all? But please don't go into any business. And I share this anytime I teach as well, because I do a lot of teaching on social media. Business is about risk, right? Do not take a risk and come back and play victim. Is what we do in Africa. And it should stop that nonsense. I remember when I lost, this is true story, I lost 120 million naira in real estate. I paid for a land, where to erect our signage. The youth came out and said, who land where? I said, but some of you even were here the day the woman selling this land. She said, no, hey, Nileo, money gone. The second attempt, the third attempt, I lost like 3 properties. Before I knew it, I lost 120 million naira cash. Rule number 1, I did not tell anybody except my immediate, loved ones. I know why I did not tell anybody. They were going to discourage me, and I knew it. And I knew that I was still going to become a billionaire in this same real estate business. But if I start telling people, Moti lose 120 million, say, oh, Tom, we told you, don't ever. And it is risky not to take a risk. I never told anybody I lost 120 million until I eventually became very wealthy, that is visible to everyone. Before I now share my story that I had lost 120 million before. That's when I made it public. So many of us as Africans, and you will learn this during the conference on Saturday, we are scared to take risks. And even family members and people around us encourage us not to take risks. Particularly those of you in diaspora. They say, bought me off buying. I know that it's because of commission they are telling you all those ones. They want to buy through them so that they can get something on the side. And you too, you go into all of that. So my rule is this: anything you want to do, Yoruba will say, look for people who have gotten results in the area you are trying to go into, and get them to guide you and move on. And again, your heart may be burnt, but you learn and you move on. But I think it's not about the location. Anywhere in Lagos, you make your own.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. But the last one, you said you're going to be giving a number. There is a number you said you're going to be giving. Those you've mentored that can guide us, we could call. So we can have a communication with them. So I don't know if you'll be leaving the number, so it will be very useful. Thank you so much, Daddy Freezer.
You're most welcome. So, guys,
I have posted the number +234 81 double 111 999. Again, +234 81 88 111 999. Again, +234 81 88 111 999. For the last time, +234 81 88 111 999. I think I've posted it. Have you seen it?
Okay. Yes, I've seen it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I'll get in contact with them. And thank you so much, Daddy Freeze. I love you. Keep the good work.
God bless you. So,
thank you, sir.
That is it. I'll be there Saturday, 5th November 2022. It's at the Civic Center. You guys need to be there. Come and hear from the horse's mouth. Come and learn the necessary skills you need to push your money. I'm Daddy Freeze, and let my guest, Dr. Stephen, say his goodbyes. And it's not goodbye, because by God's grace, we will meet physically on Saturday. And I hope you guys will also be present. When he will give me mic to climb stage, then me, I'll now shoot my own bullets too. He has been shooting me bullets since morning. I did not talk. It will be my own opportunity that day. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Stephen Akintayo, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I've had a wonderful time. You're a wonderful person. God bless you.
God bless you too. Thank you for the love.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.